X-Force number 5, Benjamin Percy, just getting better. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. All right, let's dive in. Welcome back to Long Box Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the Long Box. And we are discussing X-Force number 5, written by Benjamin Percy, art by Joshua Cassara and Nadine White. Now, this issue was fantastic. Now, the last issue we left off with the team rushing through the portal to get to the research facility that the humans were at that were working with Krakoa. And the bad guys, the Peacock dude team, whatever they are, they turned the portal off at the last minute, and it actually cut the head off of Kid Omega and kind of chopped Wolverine in half. Now, we open up with him laying on the ground, and she's like, Wolverine, do you copy? You know, and he's like, I think this one's still alive. If he's not dead, he'll be in a minute. Let's get going. You know, they're doing this stuff, right? So then we see him say, Dom, right? And she is pissed. So they're like, Krakoa, hurry, you know, and they've got to figure out a way to get to them, because now the nearest portal is like 10 miles away. The portal is shut down. They can't return it back on. So she's got to figure out a way to get to the facility quick. And so they talk to the analyst team, right, which is Sage and Beast. Like, who do we have that can get us there? Well, we have another portal that's 10 miles away. There's another option. We can actually get Gateway. And so using Black Tom Cassidy was able to use Krakoa's vegetation to pop up and say, hey, Gateway, we need you. Black Tom said that X-Force said to come down, and come down now for heaven's sake. And so we have the team there, and they're getting ready to go, right? So we got Domino. She pulled Wolverine's body, and she's got to bring that back and hook them together. And then Gateway's going to be their transportation to that facility. And Ford shows up, and he's like in this mech armor, right? And he's got like a gun. It's like all plant based, and it's got wings. It's pretty cool looking, right? And so he's definitely just like, yeah, I left the best stuff for me. I get it. So the bad guys are still in that facility, and they're shooting all this stuff, and they're like going after anything that's Krakoan. They want to take it with them to figure out how this stuff works. They're grabbing the plants. They're grabbing this, and Wolverine still stabs a dude. He crawls across the ground with no legs, just his upper body, and stabs the dude with and he's got this just grin on his face, right? And his body's planted on top of the dude. He's got his intestines running off to the side, some hair poking out of the top, and he has just got this grin. And he's like, you're supposed to be dead. And he's like, you first, bub, And then he starts going after him, right? From the ground, crawling, right? And the guy starts shooting him, and then they got this picture, right? He's got bullet holes all around him. One eye's kind of like hanging like this. His head's all torn up. His body's all torn up. And then Gateway's portal opens up, and in comes Domino with the new glove weapon thing she has, and Forge in his new Krakoa mech armor. Great picture, by the way, of them coming through that portal. So they're talking back to Sage and Beast. He goes, they never got a chance to cut the surveillance. I'm accessing the feeds now. So overhead, they've got a chopper, right? And so Domino starts heading. Just, how does this thing work? By me thinking about what I want? And he goes, as long as you bond it correctly, as long as you do it right. And she creates a shield. He goes, well, I guess you told it right. And so she starts going through, and she's attacking these dudes. And they've got a chopper up top, and they start trying to go, escape, right? And she just grabs one with her arm thing, rests him down, punches, knocks his face, and she is starting to lay into this dude, and it's wrapping around the dude's head. It's like this got to squeeze his face off, and his mouth is like open, and his eyes are bulging. And they're like, Domino, and this is Beast talking to her, Domino, I understand that you're upset. You may, of course, brutalize them, but please brutalize them within reason. We kind of need them. We need to know who they are and what they're doing, right? So, and then at this point, Forge has Wolverine's backside, and he grabs the front side, and he mashes them together in the air, and goes, all right, man, now heal up. So the bad guys do have a chopper outside, and Gateway kind of teleports into the chopper, and the look on Gateway's face And of course, Gateway doesn't really say much. He doesn't say anything much at all. He just kind of teleports. He swings his little thing, teleports into the thing, and then I don't know what he does, but the helicopter, he's teleported back out, and the chopper's like, the dude's kind of kick butt. I mean, he's kind of a little scary, especially with that little grin he's got on his face. So, and Forge then pulls out the big guns. He's got these wrapped down Gatling guns, and Wolverine's like, "Put me down," and he starts shooting everything, and Domino shoots like this another guy's there. He goes, and before you die, I want to look into your face. I want you to see the hurt in it. I want you to swallow on your pain. And then she's like, and blows him away. So they come down to the final dude, and he like, that's it. I give up. I quit, and he surrenders. And then that's when Beast is like, I'm telling you, I'm ordering you, stand down, kill no human. We need him alive. And the guy's like, I'm done. You got me, man. And then Beast again, if X-Force is going to work, you need to let me do my part of the job. I need to get data. I need to get the information this guy has. You can't kill everybody there. You've got to bring him back. And so she finally calms down, and she finally wraps him up and brings him back. And then we see her and Wolverine sitting on the island drinking, and Wolverine's like, "Hey, how are you holding together?" And she's like, "I should be asking the same thing." He goes, "I feel like crap, but I'll be all right with time." And she goes, "What about the other rooms? Do they ever heal?" And he goes, "Those don't heal quite as good, but the whiskey helps the numbing it." And so I mean, she was tortured. She had her skin ripped off of her, and I mean, she was filleted alive. I mean, that will leave some scars, right? And then she goes and starts killing people. That's the X-Force team. They got to be brutal sometimes, and it's going to leave some scars, mental scars. How do you deal with that? Wolverine's got a plan. He's going to drink. That's how he's going to deal with it. And then we get a nice scene of the intelligence branch of the X-Force, and they're questioning this dude. And they come out that he is just a mercenary. Just a mercenary, right? He gets paid to do jobs. He goes and does the jobs, and people are collateral damage. It's what happens. Because if he's telling the truth, I suppose this reinforces why X-Force is more necessary. Just he's not lying, but he's not telling the whole truth. So they're like, "Hey, you were transferring funds. You were also stealing pedals, organic batteries. Who was the buyer? What was this about?" And all we get is the peacock tattoo dude, the plague mask guy. So we get a nice picture of the plague mask guy, and X-Force knows who their enemy is. So they actually get a good picture of who the bad guy actually is, and it's this peacock crazy plague mask dude, right? And so this story was really good, really fantastic. You got to see Wolverine be Wolverine, which was great. We got to see Domino actually be Domino. That was great. We got to see Forge be Forge. I mean, the characters are acting like they're supposed to act. They were swift. They were brutal. Gateway was cool, using him in that way. And watching him actually take action and handle the helicopter, great stuff. Slamming Wolverine's body together. All right, bud, now you can heal. And the bullet, I mean, he was shredded. It was awesome. The story was good. The writing was great. And seeing both sides, the X-Force, the intelligence branch versus the Black Ops, and how they're working together. It was great watching Black Tom Cass be able to control Krakoa to send messages across the island. There's a lot of good stuff going on here, a lot of good storytelling, and the art was really dark but good. It was good, it was gritty, and it was fantastic stuff. So if you're not on this, to me, X-Force is the best book of the Dawn of X run. And if you're not on this, you really should be picking this up. It is great. So if you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time here in the Long Box.